Yes, I would say so. Whether for a man, like I said, it is necessary you have an income.
Not to cut you, but I'm looking at the side of the woman because I stated that a lot of ladies they are in bad relationship because of how much the man can afford.
Yes.
Okay, they have issues in the relationship that they can't handle. But if they get out of that relationship, they don't have a life because they have no income. So do you think on the side of a lady, is it necessary to be financially independent, to gain some financial, income before getting into a relationship with a man?
In my humble opinion, I would say no.
Why?
Because let me give you an example. My wife was working with a financial institution before we got married. And when we got married, she stopped working with them and started working with me in the company. So if her being financially stable was about working in that place, how about when we got married and she had to come work with me? That's what I mean.
But in your case, at least she had a job.
Yes, she had a job, but that was not the basis on which she was going to get married. If she was saying, I need to get a job before we get married, I would not say it is. It's not really important to me. It's my opinion.
Okay. Since you just mentioned your wife, let me just ask you a question that's a little personal. Okay, as a man, have you ever been embarrassed or rejected due to lack of money? Let's keep this real, okay, so people can learn from it.
No, I have not been embarrassed.
You've never been embarrassed.
I tell you why. I wouldn't say I've been embarrassed, okay? Like I said, what is my major? I think to the best of my understanding, it is what she considers a major too as well. So if we have something we are working on, assuming we are working on a project, and then there is a need for even maybe
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think you're leaving the question. I'm asking you, sir, from when you were a young man until now that you've become the CEO and the founder of Amajet Clothing and every other company that you run, have there ever been times in your life where you were embarrassed or you feel kind of rejected because of money? I'm not even talking about women alone. Maybe you go for a meeting and then because of your financial status, they didn't give you a warm reception. Have you ever had that moment in your life?
That's what I'm saying. People will remain people, okay? Circumstances will come, but I have not been embarrassed.
Wow.
Because I think I know by the grace of God what I'm about.
Okay.
I told my friend one day, I said, after there was an incident that happened, a very prominent person lost the wife. And then in the burial, I was just looking and I said, so what is the role of money in this person's life now? The money couldn't bring back the person and everything. So I told him that from that day, I'm telling you the truth, I don't see anybody that is up there as too high. So if I go to an occasion, for example, and then special treatments are being given to another people based on maybe their financial status and whatever, it doesn't wear me down. I just feel people must be people.
Yeah.
So whether the issue has happened, yes, it has happened several times, but whether I was embarrassed, no, I've not been embarrassed.
So that means it has happened, but your personal mindset didn't make it get to you as an embarrassment.
No, yes.
Okay. Have you ever had a moment in your life, or as a married man, have you ever been in a situation that you can say money made it easier to resolve? Think about it.
Come again, please.
Have you ever been in a situation in life or in marriage that you can say money make it easy to resolve?
Yes.
If you don't mind, please share with us.
Okay. Which one comes to mind now? Okay. There was a time that we were last year. It was last year. I think my wife and I, we were for some time. Sometimes in the evening, because my wife sometimes she gets these funny moods that
Yeah.
she can tell you it's in moments. She like using that particular phrase. It's in moments. So there was this particular period I saw that she was sometimes in the evenings and those kind of time she feels down. She doesn't feel too alive. She's not always smiling. So I keep asking her, why are you always like this some days and off and on? And then she said, I think I need some time out of Ghana. She needs a break, you know. And I said, okay. So she had this arrangement with her sister, and then they needed to go to Europe.
Wow.
Now, in that situation, it would have been something of a wish
Yeah.
if the available
Yeah.
resources were not there. But I think they went to Europe for two months during the summer vacation time. We went there and then they came back. So I would say in that situation, if the resources were not there, it would have been something like, I wish I could go. And then she would just keep on managing this. But when they left and then they came back, she was truly refreshed and ready for business again and like that. Yes, so that's one situation.
A very big shout out to your wife, wherever she is right now, Mrs. Mercy Irugwa. EP Radio, salute to you. My last question for you is this: between love and money, which is a key component in a relationship?
Like I said, it's love.
It's love.
Yeah.
Love that can't be expressed without money.
No. I said before when we started, I said you can give without loving.
Yeah.
But every genuine love goes with giving. So love should be the key component in place. And every lover is a giver. So when you love genuinely, you give genuinely.
Every lover is a giver. Every lover is a giver. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. And I want to say a very special thank you to my guests for coming on the show today. And to you out there for doing the listening. Next week, I will be talking about is it necessary to stay in a bad relationship or marriage because you have children with a person? Do I need to get married to my baby mama because she has a baby for me? That's what we're talking about next week. And I want you to keep a date with us right now in EP Radio. My name is Ejiro, your host. And I thank you very much for being part of the show. I'll see you next week. Have a good day. It's EP Radio. Bye. It's hard to see in a crimson love, so hard to breathe. Walk with me.